What's up guys, Joey626, I'm back again, and I wanted to make a quick video of 5 ways how to raise a child correctly. Like, I know you're gonna say, Joey, you don't have a child. No, I don't. But as I've had my experiences, I know that I've done mistakes in my life because things that were never taught to me, and maybe it can help you, or maybe if you're a parent, you can help your kids. So, number one, these don't go in order, it's just, I just wrote them down. But number one is not yelling at your spouse around your kids. And I say this because when your child sees you like their parents yelling at each other, they grow up thinking that it's normal. And then when they grow up, they feel like they can yell at their parents as well because they see their father doing it to their mom. The mom is doing it to their father. So they grow up thinking it's normal, and they're going to have that same habit of yelling at other people and not learning respect. Number two is doing drugs around your kids. I do have friends, for example, they smoke, and you wonder why they smoke, and it's because one of their parents smoke or both of their parents smoke. And I know that I'm not judging anyone for doing drugs, but I also grew up with a parent who drinks alcohol, and I grew up thinking that it was normal. So when you explain that to other people, they're kind of like, oh, for real? It's kind of shocking to them, but it's not shocking to me. And there was a time where I used to drink a lot, and I was starting to think that it was going to be me, and that I was just going to end up just like one of my parents. But I changed it all around. I changed the pattern, and I didn't want to be that person. When I figured that drinking just wasn't fun anymore, I just sobered up, and I just stopped doing it. And I think it's important that a parent doesn't, like, if you want to do it away from your kid, because then your kid is just gonna repeat everything that you do. There are more chances that your kids are gonna just copy you because you are the kid's role model. So number three is keeping your kids healthy. There are parents that go a little bit too extreme, and I've seen it. I work at a cafe, and I see the parent that just tells their daughter, "This one has too much fat. Don't eat that." And that right there is just sticking. You're making something grow in that little girl's brain where they're just like, this has too much grease, this has too much fat. Now, it's okay to eat healthy, and I can understand that you should eat a lot of vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. There's a balance to things, and I just think that you just have to keep a balance as a parent. You cannot absorb your kid with the same insecurities that you have, because, for example, if you are fat and you're just an emotional eater, I'm an emotional eater, you have to control it. You cannot, let your child be that same person because you have that situation. I mean, if you want to fix the situation, you can. If you choose not to, then that's okay too. But it's really bad that you enforce something to your child that is not right. It's just an extremity, and I've seen that a lot, especially with if you want to be too skinny, and you just tell your kid, don't eat that, that's bad. You should exercise, and exercise is 24/7, and it's just, just keeping a balance. Number four, this is very important, I think, is motivating your kids. And there are a lot of parents that just grow up with a lot of negativity. I've been around that, and it's I I I don't see it as a bad thing, because parents just don't know any better, and that's just what they know. But as long as you realize as you grow up, you can change that around, and just realize the mentality that you have when it comes to situations of seeing things on the good side and not so much on the bad side. Don't get me wrong, I have a tough time with the positive thinking when situations come into my life, but you have to teach your kids to always stay positive, because if you teach your kids, oh, are you sure that you can do this? Then right there, you're just teaching them that they can't do anything and they can't succeed. So it's really, really important that at a young age, you teach them that they can do it, and that, not to ever give up. Because if your kid sees you that you tried to do things and you just give up easily, then they're going to think that's normal, and they're going to end up being the same way. Simply as that. The last one, number 5, is criticizing people around you and judging them and teaching them what they should ask strangers. I put this together because, one, if your kid sees you criticizing strangers or whoever on TV, they're going to learn from that, and they're going to think, they're going to get the same habit. They're going to do the same thing, and they're going to think it's funny. And I understand that people criticize others to either fulfill an insecurity that you have, or out of entertainment, because that's what you do. Especially you see these Spanish TV shows where they're always criticizing a celebrity, and that's why I hate I really dislike Spanish shows, because that's all they do. All they do is talk crap. You know, in like TMZ, they're always talking crap about other people. But you learn that that's just for entertainment. It doesn't mean that you should be doing it 24/7. Oh, look at the person, look at the shoes. So that's one thing. And then judging them, because you can't be judging people. People are human, and people come with their own baggage, and you just have to get to know the person for who they are, and what they are. People change. Also, teaching them what they should ask strangers, because I do know adults, young adults, that they'll ask me things that they shouldn't even be asking, like, how much money do you make? Like, oh, why are you an atheist? Like, I'd get asked by adults, why am I an atheist? And then they get into this whole discussion where I don't feel like discussing it. If you're not my close friend, then I don't feel like I should be discussing religion with you, especially a stranger. Like, what's wrong with you? So I feel like a lot of parents should teach their kids on what not to talk about and what to talk about when it comes to meeting someone new. And I think it all comes from a young age. And if you're not teaching your kids that, then don't expect them to succeed when it comes to having a social life as they grow older. So that's what I think, because I've done a lot of mistakes growing up. Tell me in the comments below if I'm missing anything and what's important to you. And if you have children, what's something that you should teach your kids. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Like the video below, share it, and follow me on Twitter. Have a great weekend, guys. Peace. Be kind. Be safe.